My beautiful Virgo, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for mid-May right through to mid-June 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, this is your career reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. The first deck will be your overarching energy, and then I'm going to do a Celtic cross to see the details of your career. So let's get straight to it. Now, just to let you know, your 9th house is influencing you at this time, and that really is about the greater meaning, the quest for exploring new territory in your career and taking control of the direction you want to head in. Now, some of you may take on a course of learning to hone your skills or learn something new and exciting to aid your path when it comes to your career. Also, if you have an internet business or you're thinking about setting one up that's connected to the internet, this will really thrive and big dreams become a reality. Have faith in your skills, have confidence in the way forward. Things are headed in the right direction. I mean, your first card is the Sun card. So whatever it is you're reaching for, it's going to be very, very successful. Now, also, your 4th house takes over from that. And that's really about where you feel like you belong. It's about your job security. It's also about all the tasks that you have in your career that you have to adhere to, all the responsibilities. And some of you may also feel that you're going to be spreading yourself a little bit thin because you'll be focusing on your goals and at the same time, you know, having a lot of things in the home space to take care of, because this is going to be a very productive time for you. Now, some of you may also think about setting up a second stream of income from the home space, or if you have a second stream of income that you do from the home space, it's definitely going to be very, very lucrative is what I see. And I definitely see a sense of you reaching for a goal and accomplishing that goal. Now, I'm just going to go and get your first cards on your Celtic cross. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What I keep seeing, and I felt compelled to do it myself just now, I see someone scratching their head. Okay, it's almost like maybe you're asking some questions or you're trying to find your way through a bit of a conundrum in your career. Oh, they're giving me a song with it straight away. Okay, I'll really connect to that song now in a moment. Oh, okay, this song is quite famous, actually. So I do know this song. Hurrah. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Oh my gosh, I never say hurrah. What energy is that? Anyway, hurrah. Yeah, I never talk like that. So either it is someone who says that quite frequently, hurrah. That's definitely an energy that's not mine, but it could be someone, you know, there's an energy guiding me at the moment that is a very old soul that's come in the reading. So perhaps it's connected to that. We'll see a little bit more in the reading. Hurrah tends to mean excitement, like, you know, congratulations, sort of like well done, or yay, something's happened. I would normally say yay, but anyway, hurrah came through. So I'm scrying at the same time as you're doing your reading, and I'm channeling with the energy. So sometimes I'll pick up dialogue that I'm not au fait with, or I may actually channel words or situations that, you know, are not something that I've dealt with before. So watch out for that. But yeah, I actually see some celebration for your hard work coming through. Now let's, the song, let me just check in with that. That's actually really nice. The lyric that they've really honed in on for this particular song is, when you walk, let your heart lead the way. Okay, when you walk, let your heart lead the way. Now, this song is actually, I know this song. It's called, I think it's called What's It All About, Alfie? Okay, they're not giving me that part of the song, but that is definitely the song. I think, if my memory serves me well, because this may have showed up in another reading like a couple of years ago, or maybe even last year. I can't really remember the date, but this song seems so familiar to me. I want to say Burt Bacharach. Burt Bacharach. I'm not sure how you say his name. I think he, in some way, had a hand in writing it, but it's definitely not him singing it, because it seems like a very young, questioning voice that is coming through, and I can't really discern whether it's a young boy or a young girl. It's not gender specific, my readings anyway, but I'm just trying to give you the song that I'm hearing right now. So this could mean, especially with your ninth house, this is really about finding value, purpose, and meaning in what you do. So maybe you're asking yourself in your career right now, what's it all about? You know, am I on the right path? Am I really enjoying what I do? Perhaps you're making some major decisions, or you're just questioning the path right now and wondering, why does it have to be so hard? I really get a sense from that song, because I can't really remember the whole lyrics of that song. I really get a sense from the song. It's like sometimes mean people actually get into positions of power a lot quicker than people who are really good at what they do and are really talented but tend to be nice people. So maybe you're questioning that aspect of your career right now. Why is it that people who are, not very nice, or who are controlling or abuse their power, how do they get into positions of power and retain their power when you're really good at what you do, you're very talented, but also you're a really nice person and you deserve a lot of success? So some of you may be looking at the journey of success and who gets to be in positions of power and the way that they command themselves. I feel like being you, just doing you and being your wonderful, awesome self is carrying you to the goal that you have in mind. Okay, so I'm not really sure who needs to hear that song or who is feeling like that, but I definitely see that there's better to come for you in your career if you've been struggling recently. And some of you may be just struggling because we got the devil card there. Some of you may be struggling with low self-worth, or some of you may be questioning your journey or feel like you've been working in a very toxic environment. I got to tell you, my beautiful Virgos, the last couple of readings I've been doing, the devil card have been showing up for pretty much every sign. So I feel this is really about eradicating any negative practices or people or energy, or removing yourself from toxic situations to focus on things that you love doing. Of course, you need to focus on things within your career that pay the bills as well. But I feel there's a real shift towards order, getting organized, power, and allowing yourself to thrive in a career or circumstance, career sector that really makes you feel good. Surrounding yourself with good people who celebrate you or support you in your endeavors, being on the same page, and communal events, people working together. Even if you work for yourself in your own company, or you're an entrepreneur, it's really about connecting to people who inspire you and lift you up. Don't drain your energy. Okay, so I definitely see that things are headed in that direction for you. Now, this is your first card, so it indicates you have a high expectation for success. And with the World card there, that indicates you're going to reach the goal. Okay, the Sun card indicates you have something in mind. You're keeping your eye on the prize, and you're reaching for something spectacular. You have high expectations of yourself. You're actually going to exceed your expectations. And the Sun card indicates trying to build your confidence in a role, knowing that you're very talented, you're very gifted at what you do, and stepping into that knowingness. So have confidence in all that you try to achieve, because there's a lot of prosperity coming your way that proves that you're really good at what you do. But some of you may be having lots of wonderful new ideas or sudden epiphanies in your career, where suddenly you want to adapt to a new way of thinking, or you want to approach your career in a different way that is inspired. Because I definitely see a fire in your belly this month where you're actually... Oh, they gave me a sentence just now. I'll give you the sentence now in a moment. It's like a fire in your belly to get stuff done. You're going to be very productive. You're going to be very busy, but I feel like you're going to enjoy what you're doing, and the time is going to fly past. Now, the sentence they gave me was worth your weight in gold. you are worth your weight in gold. So whatever career sector you find yourself in, whatever it is you're striving to achieve, know that you are deserving of reward because you're really good at what you do, okay? You're an asset to any company or team or any sector that you find yourself working in, okay? Now, some of you may have, this is what's strong energy, you're going to realize a childhood dream. Okay, so if you wanted to run your own company, you may be setting one up this month, or you may be actually, getting a paycheck that you've always dreamed about getting. We're going to go into the details in a moment, but whatever this childhood dream is, you're definitely going to realize it. And the next 6 weeks are instrumental to that progress. Now, this could be something creative. If you're discovering your creative talents or expanding, honing your creative talents, there's definitely an opportunity that sees you elevate, and maybe even in the public eye is what I'm seeing here as well. But the Sun card is really, the Sun card is a Leo card, so it does connect to your sense of self and exploring your sense of self through your work. You may see your work as an extension of yourself. And whilst that, of course, is important, remember that you are separate from your goals and your dreams, okay? It's important to remember balance in all things, because when we see ourselves as an extension of our work, when things do not go well or in your favor, you can be extra critical of yourself and in some way be a little bit harsh on yourself. So they just want you to remember that you are awesome at what you do. And if you've been feeling a little bit unmotivated, or you've been feeling a little bit, in procrastination mode, or you've been just feeling low vibe about your career, you're going to gain momentum over the next couple of weeks, and things are going to be moving and heading in the right direction. The Sun card indicates a lot of success and prosperity headed your way, and your career starts to blossom in the most positive of ways, where you will feel very joyful and grateful for all that you've accomplished, because you are doing this by yourself. You're accomplishing great things. Now, we do have the shadow self. So some of you may be literally, they're showing me a searchlight in the water. That's interesting, because we've got the shadow side, which is, of course, the darkness, and we've got the sun, which can act like a spotlight, but they really want you to be aware it's a searchlight in the water. They're telling me it's a difference. Okay, so very searching month. Searchlights, let me connect to the energy. Intense focus on something. Okay, you may even be a little bit obsessive about it because the Devil card is present. You may need to concentrate on something specific this month. And you're trying to find meaning and purpose in your work. That's coming up again. Okay, so that song, the searchlight, they're really highlighting that it is a searchlight, because they're indicating if there's anything that you need to remove, or if you need to remove yourself from a situation, a searchlight is a movable light. Okay, whereas a spotlight is very fixed and stuck. So they're kind of indicating that you are going to be moving. If there's a stagnant situation in your career, there's going to be movement in a positive sense, but you may identify areas where you feel obsessed about something, trying to take control, or if you feel like you work in a very negative or toxic environment, you may need to really look at that in order to extricate yourself from that situation, to bring a little bit more positive energy into your career. If you feel like there's someone in your working environment that is draining your energy or does not have your best interests at heart, then you're definitely going to recalibrate the balance by either putting your resume out there to find new opportunities that best suit you and your talents, or you may be actually elevating in the career and moving away from that person or that negative draining influence that's going on there. Now, what I'm really feeling from this card is the sense of time. You may feel like time is running out on something. You may feel that you have a deadline that is looming, and you're trying to be really positive about it and hoping that you hit the mark. Well, you will. I definitely see you being very productive. I definitely see that you are closing out projects that you start. You may be finishing something and starting something new. Okay, I'm getting a sense of cycles, of course, ending and beginning. Some of you may even travel for work, or you may be trying to find a career sector where you can, have it all, like work, travel, see the world. You know, definitely I get this sense of you wanting to experience everything that life has to offer. So you're really checking in with the exchange right now. Also, I mean, this is a card of integration. So this is about using your skills and your talents to get what you truly desire, the goal that you're trying to accomplish. And some of you may have been feeling, as I said, a little bit of low energy or lack of vitality. You may have been burning the candle at both ends. Some of you may not have been sleeping so well, and it may have made you feel just a little bit lethargic. I definitely see that you're identifying a problem that you will liberate yourself from over the coming weeks. Now, the Devil card is in the perfect position because it indicates liberation from a negative experience. It does mean that you're detaching yourself or freeing yourself up. You're becoming aware of an area where you felt helpless to change a circumstance, but now you're taking back the power in a situation. This could be against a person, or it could be that you've been feeling just a little bit less enthusiastic about your career because you may feel that things are oversaturated, or you may feel that things have not been going the way you'd hoped for. Some of you may have even felt a little bit bored of a repetitive cycle, and you're trying to find a little bit more spontaneity, a little bit more positivity in your career. So you may actually try to approach it from a different angle. Either way, you're striving for success, and the World card indicates you will reach your goal, you'll complete a task, and you'll be satisfied and fulfilled at whatever it is that you want to do. Your efforts will come full circle, and there is reward here. I also feel some of you may have been working really hard, lots of multitasking. Things may have been building up on you, and you may have felt a little bit overwhelmed recently, and you are due a break. You may be yearning to have a vacation. Some of you may actually go abroad. And I also get a sense of some of you thinking about, can I relocate my business, or could I work overseas? Is that something that you would perhaps love to do, but fear is holding you back? You may identify, courses online, or you may identify like videos online of how to make a transition to do stuff like that. I see you being a very talented, gifted human that actually can use your gifts to get you to where you want to go. Nothing can stop you is what I'm seeing here when it comes to reaching your goal. Now, your first card here, this is your starting position. Being inspired, having more energy in the next 6 weeks. Definitely a spark of brilliance. Your vision starts to come to light. Ace of Wands can be the start of a new project or transformation in your career to something new and daring. You're trying to make new things happen. And when we're ever trying to shake up how we work, or we're trying to bring new exciting things into our working environment, or even an opportunity that comes your way that is going to be a little bit different, it's to be celebrated, but you may feel a little bit anxious or nervous because it is change. And with the Ace of Wands, I really get an opportunity being offered to you. Now, this could be a creative project. It also could be a new endeavor, an idea that you've had, but it's definitely the next 6 weeks, it's definitely the time for you to have the energy to move forward with inspiration. And I do feel it could be a promotion, it could be a raise. I feel you're in a state of creating something new in your career. The Ace of Wands is to be inspired, to move forward, to take action. Any ideas you have, they are enterprising. You are a maverick. New ideas are budding, and they become these brilliant, wonderful, exciting opportunities to bring in more reward and prosperity. And we've got the Three of Cups here. So whatever it is that's being gifted to you or offered to you this month is cause for celebration. Three of Cups indicates an exciting energy where you are going to celebrate yourself. It's a relief, whatever this is. It just feels like, oh, you hit the deadline, you hit the mark, you got the promotion, you got the raise. Whatever it is you've been desiring or working really hard towards, there's definitely an opportunity here for you to get it and celebrate it. Also, the Three of Cups, some of you may have been feeling that there's been low workers' morale. You may have also been feeling that there's no support right now, but you're going to see over the next 6 weeks that things start to get easier, okay? I definitely see people coming together to share their wisdom, their knowledge, or working together as a team. So even if you work for yourself and you've got to make some calls to reach out to governing bodies or legalities or your accountant or tax advisors, whatever it is, I feel things start to go a little bit more easier for you, where I see something being a relief as well. So something that you've been worrying about or fretting about, I feel there's a relief there. There's nothing to worry about, okay? Some of you may have been feeling a little bit bored. Now, I do see that there is a little bit more spontaneity. So it could be a new project or a new idea or even a new approach to your career that makes you feel a little bit more fire in your belly. I do see some of you, and this is not all of you, some of you, I feel like there's a toxic environment here that you're working in. And I feel the person who's the main cause for this, they may have some, I gotta be careful here. Like this person, I see that they may be going through a difficult time personally, but they may have been drinking or they may have been letting their work slide. Okay. So just watch out for that. Yeah, just watch out for that, because I feel this person, they're very negative and they may be striving for the same things you are. And because you're on top of your game and because you are very talented, they may try to get in your way or try to take your ideas and take credit for it. This could be a boss. Okay, so it could be a very precarious situation. That's not going to resonate for everyone. I just want you to be aware of that. But I definitely see something to celebrate for you. Seven of Pentacles, deep down, you are checking the exchange though, because the Seven of Pentacles is it's an indication that something isn't very satisfying at the moment and you need to change some circumstances in your career, or you're planning some sort of evolution in your career, the next steps, moving into a promotion or a new status in your career, and you're wondering, is all the effort that you're putting in, is it worth it? So some of you have been working super hard, and with the Seven of Pentacles there, you're looking at the rewards. You may feel that they're not as good as you'd hoped for. Okay, some of you, you may have loved what you do, or you love what you do, but you just feel like there needs to be more finances attached to it. So you may be looking for opportunities to staircase or get a bonus or raise, or even you may have an appraisal. I feel the appraisal goes really well, okay? But the Seven of Pentacles really is a card of finding an alternative way to improve your finances, or opening yourself up to a new strategy, being at a bit of a fork in the road. Decisions need to be made. I don't see you going back to the drawing board, but I actually see you changing your approach or changing your tune at work or your working environment, freeing yourself up to reimagine what you are capable of achieving, okay? Because I feel like it's not a stepping stone energy. I feel like you're still on track to where you want to go, but I feel something perhaps is no longer working for you and you're admitting it to yourself and you're cutting it out. So for example, if you like where you are, but you feel there's aspects of your job that you think waste your time or are just, red tape, or you have to, for example, you're actually doing something, but you have to document what you're doing and you have to upload it to several platforms. It's just wasting your time. You may streamline your energy and say to your boss, you know what, this wastes my time. Let's just create a program where we can update it to one server and then everybody's got access to that, and we can just make it easier for everyone so that you actually cut your working time in half, and therefore you can focus on other projects or other aspects of your job. It could also be that some of you are literally leaving a space because you feel, you know what, it's not meant for you anymore, and you are going to move on to something new that is more refreshing, revitalizes your spirits. With the World card, I really get a sense of you learning more about a craft, to bring in more money. So some of you may be putting yourself on a course of learning. That really connects to your 9th house as well, bringing in skills. Let's see what else is going on for you here. I do see, yeah, look at that, 9 of Pentacles. So 9 of Pentacles, you've had a lot on. You've been battling away. Some of you may have been reevaluating your circumstances, especially since there's some restructure going on. I feel collectively there is restructure occurring in the job markets. And I feel you may be looking at how you fit into those changes. So if you're looking for new opportunities, putting your resume out there, trying to level up, staircase, move into new positions, you may be seeing that perhaps there's nothing out there that really is in your pay grade because you deserve more. So you may be actually just holding back or biding your time. I mean, there's a big change happening for you very soon in your career, something that is like a wish come true, or something you've been trying to make a reality for quite some time. It's not too far away, okay? There's big movement in your career that you're going to be very excited about. Celebrate. I mean, another card of celebration. We've got the Moon card there, and we've got the Knight of Wands. Okay, so now the Nine of Wands in the past position indicates whatever you've been struggling with, you're leaving it in the past, you're moving forward, and I feel this is also about your boundaries, okay, and you're valuing yourself. The Nine of Wands can indicate you need to protect yourself against either negative energy at work, or people who try to scupper your development or your elevation. It can also indicate that sometimes when people delegate their work and they put more on you, that begrudgingly you do it, but you may be kind of like fed up of it right now, and you're at breaking point where you're just about to turn around to a person and say, you know what, I got my own work going on. You do you and I'll do me. So some of you may feel put upon, but I do feel like you're correcting a balance, or you're erecting a healthier boundary where people do not take advantage of you at work and your work ethic. The Nine of Wands also indicates that you've had a lot on, and you may have felt a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit pressurized. You may have felt there may be unexpected changes in the working environment, and you realize that you have to get organized. So there may be some restructures. It just feels like there's extra work being put on you, is what I'm feeling in this card. And although you may be doing some overtime, or you may have been like going above and beyond, you may feel it has not been noticed, it has not been recognized, but that's all about to change, okay? I really feel at the moment you're reevaluating whether you feel like you are where you are and whether you're happy with that, okay? If that makes sense. I feel like you're making some changes, big changes in your career that will lead you to more spontaneity in your career. You won't be feeling stagnant. With the Nine of Cups, this is in your potential position. You have the potential to achieve everything you wish for because you're working really hard for it. The Nine of Wands tells me that you're battling away. You're working so hard. You may even be burning the candle at both ends. So just be careful of that. Don't spread yourself too thin. But the Nine of Wands is also a card of questioning circumstances. Questioning is good. If you see a different path that is right for you, take it. You're still getting to the same goal, but I feel like it's almost like, I hope this makes sense. If you want to go from A to Z, okay, but there seems to be distractions or, plot twists along the way, I feel like you're cutting out the middleman or the middle agent in order to get to the goal. So I feel like it's not that you're fast tracking. I feel like you're getting somewhere or reaching something that you want to reach a lot quicker than you thought. Okay, so that's something comes through a lot quicker than you thought. So it could be a promotion, a raise, more finances. But the Nine of Cups indicates whatever you've been wishing for, whatever you're manifesting, there is abundance attached to it and material gain. And I feel like you're going to be so proud of yourself, of all that you've accomplished. You're doing a job well done. So I feel like you have a lot on right now. But what I see with the Knight of Swords, you need to pay attention to the way you work and be really organized, because there's a really fast pace here. Also, they're indicating don't go too fast, though, because you may miss some things. The Knight of Swords indicates negotiating better deals. Also, it can indicate a need to broaden your horizons or broaden your perspective, have a new way of thinking or behaving within the working environment. And what I see here is that you sometimes take a lot on or too much on. So time to delegate if possible, or find a diplomatic way to say, you know what, unfortunately, I can't help you right now. But if you come back tomorrow, if I have finished the project that I've been assigned, then maybe I can help you with your task. I feel like you are actually very busy this month, and you will not be able to take much more on this month. That's what I feel. You're going to be very, very productive. But the Knight of Swords indicates a desire for change. So some of you may be relocating or actually deciding to shift the way that you do something in order to make things a quicker pace so that you're not wasting time. Also, now, if there has been any hostility or any office politics within the working environment, I definitely see that this will be resolved, and there is a more peaceful environment as you move into June. But I see a very fast-paced environment that you'll be working in. So I think you're going to have a lot on. So recharge your batteries, make sure you take some rest and get good sleep. Okay, I'm just getting a sense of order, but you asking yourself whether you really enjoy what you do. And before I even go to the next card, which is really about having to make a decision about a path that you are on right now, I mean, this card indicates change, action, journey, being committed to your goals and dreams and having the confidence to get to where you want to go. There may have been some bumps in the road, but you will be successful. This is a triumphant exchange here where you are getting what you truly desire because you've stuck at it and you are making progress. So I feel some of you may literally change jobs in the next 6 weeks, or you may elevate to a promotion. I feel like the way you work is changing in some way, and you will be very flexible with those changes, and you'll actually love those changes. The majority energy I've got here is that there is an opportunity being gifted that is new, and you will run with that and you will love it. It brings more freedom, it brings more excitement, it brings more passion, and I feel your visions start to become a reality. You're manifesting in many forms. But they're actually showing me in the water a countdown. So it literally started at 10, 9, 8, 7, and it's just going down, obviously, to 1. So perhaps you feel like you have a deadline, or you've got something planned, some planned change in your career, and you're just waiting for the right moment to action it. Whether it's setting up your own business from home, or whether it is that you feel you have a date to do something, you will accomplish whatever it is, and it will be triumphant. It will be victorious. This is a card of success. It is a card of making things happen. But you may have a directional gauge, or you may be thinking about a new path or opening yourself up. It is a card of duality, so it could indicate that you're going to be doing 2 jobs or spreading yourself a little bit thin this month. So I would just watch out for that. And there's a small percentage, a new position will come with a new car or a company car, okay? Or if you're setting up your own business, you'll be gaining a lot of finances. You'll be able to afford a company car. So please take that as it resonates. Some of you may not drive, so you may actually be trying to do your projects, do your work, but at the same time take a driving test, or think about opening yourself up to being a little bit more mobile. But I definitely get a sense that you're headed in the right direction for your career, but you may have to make a major decision. Some of you may be relocating in the home space. You may be changing where you live. So you may be looking at new opportunities where you live in order to not have to travel so far for your work. Or there may be a new branch of where you work opening up, and you may be seconded there to head up a new department or be in charge of some area of your career that you're going to bring more status in, more money is coming your way as well. Now, the 4 of Wands is the external circumstances. It indicates something to celebrate, okay? Being in the company of good people, networking for your career. There's really good news attached to this, actually. So whatever you have been waiting for, you will hear about it, and it will make you smile. Oh, they're giving me smiling all the way to the bank. Smiling all the way to the bank is what they're giving me. So let me just pull a quick card on that. Smiling all the way to the bank. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. 7 of Swords. Ha! Now, I was getting an energy of some of you maybe looking at the financial sector and, you know, securing your finances in banks that you feel like you can trust, because we got the 7 of Swords there. We got double 7. I would definitely say with these 2 sevens, Don't run away from any responsibilities this month because they could catch up with you. Okay. For example, if there's a payment run or something needs to be paid, this could be on a personal level as well. Check all your bills. There may be some sort of bump in the road regarding a bill that doesn't go through, or if you are someone who has to pay clients, there may be like a bump in the road to do with the bank and it doesn't get paid on time. So there may be some sort of problem there. It'll work itself out, but that's just coming through. That's so random. I'm not sure what kind of career I'm picking up on right now, but if you deal with pay runs and things like that, there may be some sort of glitch in the matrix. Let's put it that way. Okay. Now, I would say with the Seven of Swords, if there is anyone who is acting in a bad manner at work, a bully, someone who is stealing ideas, or someone who is, you know, abusing their power in some way, I definitely see this person getting caught and not getting away with it, okay? The Seven of Cups can indicate someone's just shirking their responsibilities. They are avoiding responsibility. So they may try to put extra work on you, or if they've been trying to do that for the last couple of weeks or months, or even since you've been there, I feel they're going to be caught. Okay, and I feel like you have very strong allies in your working environment as well. The Ten of Cups indicates you will get all you desire. Okay, this is about support. You have support. So if there's anybody who is trying to push your buttons or try to power play, I feel it will be resolved and you'll be happy with the resolution is what I'm seeing here as well. Okay, but again, I would say if you've got any deadlines, I mean, if you're struggling with any deadlines yourself, although I don't see that for you, I would definitely say that there is someone who really you bond with at work who will help you out in a situation. But I feel someone may actually come to you who is in a bind and ask you to help them out there as well. With the Four of Wands, the majority energy I'm getting is some of you may want to just go and have fun, or you want to do a job that really resonates with your heart. And if that's not where you're at right now, I feel you're going to make some major changes to be on the right track, connect to your true life's purpose and calling. Also, I see a return. Again, I keep getting this, a return to something, a childhood dream or a goal that you have. You will accomplish this. Okay. This is going to be a very creative, productive phase for you. You're going to be in a cycle of doing. And I feel like you're going to be making a lot of magic in your career, if you can believe that. The Four of Wands tends to be like a halfway post, or, you know, reaching a midway point in your career that you're going to be happy with. It's not the full goal. So I feel like May is a month where you will either get a qualification or achieve a nod for a promotion, but June feels very much like realizing the goal or actually obtaining it. Okay, so I feel you're going to get some really good news in May that actually becomes a reality in June. Okay, so it could be a promotion, could be a raise, could be you figureheading a project, or you getting the dream job opportunity. Now, the hope and the fear, we've got the Moon card. The Moon is all about uncertainty. It also may, you may be feeling a little bit anxious or oversensitive about your career right now because you're asking bigger questions like, do you feel valued where you're at? Is it stable where you're at? The Moon card also indicates that there is a hidden opportunity that will be tapped into in June. But I feel like you hear news about it in May. Okay, that's what's coming up there. The Moon card is indicative of situations or current conditions not necessarily being a reflection of what is the truth right now. Something's going on behind the scenes, a restructure. I mean, some of you, it could be you. I get a sense it's you. Some of you are making changes behind the scenes. You may be thinking about moving or relocating, putting the resume out there, or setting up your own stream of income. Or your current second stream of income is starting to be so successful that you are about to leave a position that you're in order to do more focus on that. Let me just pull a quick card on that Moon card energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, because there's just this undercurrent of uncertainty or worry or anxiety. But I feel it comes more from something that you're trying to achieve. You may be worried, what if I don't achieve it? Or what if I don't get there? But I see you accomplishing your goal and then being on to the next, the star. So the star is gaining recognition. The star indicates there's a brighter future to look forward to. There's nothing to worry about. The star also indicates that you are moving forward, having lots of new ideas, and you will be grateful for the way that things turn out. So if you're dipping your toe into any new way of working or even changing direction, stars are aligning to bring you what you wish for or what you desire. Okay, so very, very positive energy right there with that star energy. The star also indicates a lot of inspiration, being inspired and encouraged to move forward towards new beginnings, or recognizing that whatever you're attaching yourself to right now is going to be very, very successful and brings you freedom. They're also indicating the most important thing is freedom, okay? Now, your outcome energy, we've got the Knight of Wands. So this is major movement forward on accomplishing a goal. Whenever you think of a knight in the tarot that's connected to achieving goals, there's two actually. One is the Knight of Swords and one is the Knight of Wands. Being inspired, having the tools to move forward and get the job done, that is you. You've got the two knights that are the most important when it indicates accomplishing a goal, going the distance, and making your visions become a reality. You are unstoppable when it comes to this energy. Some of you may set up independently, but it's definitely an energy of independent, creative thinking and action. So that's why I say keep any new ideas to yourself, especially if you feel anyone would try to take credit for your ideas, because I do sense that there is something, an undercurrent of restlessness wherever you're working. I mean, it could be the working sector. So even if you work for yourself, you may feel like tax raises and the price of living being raised as well. You may feel it is not supporting independent businesses, and you may find that it's very, very difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. There may be some bumps in the road, but I see with the Chariot card, you'll overcome that uncertainty. You'll overcome those bumps in the road, and things will get easier for you, even though it has been a struggle, okay? I definitely see movement in your career in the right direction. But some of you are definitely due a vacation or a break, because I feel you've been challenged and you've been working really, really hard towards something. I'm just going to go and get one more card before we close your reading. King of Swords. Now, this is to get organized. As I said, I feel something is changing quite quickly. There's going to be a quicker pace for you, and you need to be organized. The King of Swords also indicates thoughts become things. So whatever it is you are planning, it will work out in your favor. Be clear and direct about what you want, and it shall be so. King of Swords is also a leadership position, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. I definitely see that you're a pro at whatever it is that you do, and you're going to command respect as well as status. And I feel, as I said, it's like almost like you get news or a nod or a position that will take you closer to your goal. But when you get to the King of Swords level, it indicates that you are commanding a lot of respect and you're stepping into the goal itself, or you're realizing a dream come true on the physical plane. I definitely get a sense of philanthropy, or, having enough money or having enough status in order to connect with others and help them on their goals as well. So, for example, if you work in a team and you are elevated, later down the line, you will elevate someone from your team that you used to work with. I feel like it's, climbing the ladder and helping others up as well. But the King of Swords can connect to the Judgment card, where it's like you're in a period of analysis and wondering if you're on the right track, if you're connected to the right calling. And whatever it is you're thinking about, you're restructuring and finding a better way to take action in your career and approach it. When you get a King of Swords, it does tend to mean as well that financially, there won't be any worries, because you're very smart. You have a lot of intelligence, and you will actually be very organized in terms of your budget. So I definitely see more finances coming your way as well. Now, your reading was very, very scattered. I gotta say, the energy that I'm picking up, it's like lots of thoughts all over the place. Normally, readings aren't that scattered, but maybe that's how you've been feeling recently, or it's the energy that I've been picking up. You may feel that you've been working really hard towards a goal, but seeing other people be elevated, or you may be just wondering, what's the point? You know, there may be something that you feel is missing right now. And you're feeling a little bit dissatisfied. And you feel like you still haven't found what you're searching for. But you will. Okay? They want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. You know what? Now, this is so bizarre. And it's so random. And it's not really connected to your reading at all. But I smell garlic bread. Okay? Now, I'm here alone. No one's cooking. You know, there's no potential for me to smell. I'm several stories high. There's no potential for me to smell anyone's garlic bread, but I can smell that right now. So maybe you're eating it. So I'm just going to leave it like that because that's very precise. I'm going to move on from that. I mean, maybe some of you have an important meeting or an important interview in the next 6 weeks. I would say maybe stay away from the garlic bread because you will be interviewing and maybe, you know, in close confinement with a person having that interview. So I'm not sure why they've just given me that. I'm just going to move on from that. Now we've got fertile. And it says here, hatching new plans, inception, creativity, reborn, source, nest egg, and flourish. So definitely elevating in your career. Some sort of new idea is starting to blossom or will blossom, but you may be approaching your career in a new way that gives birth to something very exciting that will bring a lot of prosperity. Okay. Also, as you can see, it says, you know, nest egg. So you will be able to save a little bit more money this month. We've got confidence with the peacock there. So that definitely popped in your reading. It says walk your talk, bold action, happy at work, meaningful work, rich and outgoing. So I definitely see that you are searching for meaning and purpose and value in your work. You have a lot of skills. You're so talented and gifted, but sometimes you just need to believe in yourself a little bit more. Okay. And I mean, the word rich, I definitely see some more finances headed in your direction. We've got magic mirror. So this is about public persona or your reputation. And it says here, you are the product, sales, social media, speaker, leader. Some of you may literally use your voice for whatever it is that you do, or if you're setting up your entrepreneurship, marketing your talents is important. Shout about your skills. This is no time to be humble. You're really good at what you do. So your work will really speak for itself, but a little bit of promotion, self-promotion will go a long way as well. Some of you, if you want to be famous, I definitely, or in the public eye, I definitely see you elevating and being known for what you do. I definitely see that people will gravitate towards your talents because you're a pro. I keep getting this energy of being a pro, okay? Stepping into leadership positions or climbing the ladder of success is definitely starred for you as well. And we've got opening. So bloom where you're planted, use your gifts, nurturing, spirit work, plan, unfolding. So whatever it is you've planned, that definitely came out with that King of Swords. Whatever it is you've planned is starting to work for you or start to unfold. I would definitely nurture a skill or talent that you've had ever since you were younger, and perhaps you haven't really tapped into it. It could be a second stream of income for you that will be very lucrative long term and actually make you rich. Okay, I don't ever say things like that, but I actually believe that talent will make you rich, okay? Now, some of you may be developing spiritual gifts because you may feel that the work you're doing, it pays the bills, but you may feel like it's not rewarding enough for you. So some of you may do a second stream of income where you incorporate your spiritual gifts to help you, create balance and more harmony in your life as well. So as I said, your reading this time round is really very scattered. So I do apologize. I hope something is in this reading that you can recognize or connect to, but it's so unusual for things to be so scattered. So perhaps I'm picking up on someone out there who's feeling a little bit lost or needs to really gather their thoughts. On your career, we've got the birch ruin there. So this is becoming. When we are starting something new or having lots of new ideas, it can feel a little bit anxious, or we can feel, because I feel something is budding for you. It is actually going to work in your favor. Have faith is what I'm getting from this ruin. Okay, yeah, we've got destiny here. This is the dice ruin. I want to show you that there. So this is about your destiny, mastery of your skills. Some of you working behind the scenes, secretly moving or changing the way that you work, using your intuition, securing your position. But this is really about your destiny. Are you called to do this, whatever it is? And if not, I feel like you're changing your approach to it. And also we've got energy. This is the wood ruin. Positivity, a lust for a more exciting job, rapport between people that you work with, and using your knowledge and your gifts and skills to further your career development. They're just giving me a random word transmission. So you may have been told that your voice is really wonderful and that you may use your voice in your career for something. It could be to give presentations, pitch ideas. It could be that you work on the radio, or maybe you're a performer or actor. Maybe you're a spoken word artist. You're very commanding. You've got a wonderful voice. So they're just saying transmission. I don't know what that means. Well, I know what the word means, but I feel it's about expanding your business, maybe even going international, creating links with people abroad. So I'm going to leave that there, because transmission, it's it's like broadcasting. So I'll leave it there. Maybe it means something to someone out there. This has been one of the most interesting readings that I will reflect on for a time being. I'll move on. I hope something does resonate for you in this reading. And if it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. But as I said, this one's going to be very precise. I don't feel like there's going to be many people connecting to this one so much. But hey, the reading is what it is, and I'm channeling the energy that's coming through. And I will leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Virgo, and love and light.